Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, December the 18th, and it's the Friday of our third week of Advent, hence the three Advent candles are lit. It's a beautiful day. It is very cold out, and I can testify to how cold it was out earlier, like at 4 in the morning, because our dog wasn't feeling well and had us up all night. So it's a little bit later this morning that I'm posting because we slept in. we finally got the dog settled, and I think he's okay. But it was a rough night, and it was very chilly last night. So glad to see the sun. I found this morning's devotion from Coffee with God, 365 Devotions to Perk Up Your Day by Sarah Arthur to be really quite apropos. She's talking about Christmas break. She says it's Christmas break, and we're lying around like slugs. My roommate, also known as husband Tom, currently a very important graduate student, is enjoying not having classes for 3 whole weeks. Meanwhile, I, the brave, hard-working breadwinner of the family, have devotions to write. Needless to say, it's a lot easier when he's not around, distracting me with old, lost episodes in the MP3 player hooked into our new sound system. So rather than consider this entire afternoon a wash, I decided to enlist him in brainstorming ideas of topics for this devotional. And then she shares the conversation. And she says, later on, she says, what's my problem that I can't focus on God when my usual routine is all messed up? Why do I let even the smallest things distract me from spending time with Him? If God doesn't fit into my life when I'm on a Christmas break and have all the time in the world, what makes me think I'll fit in when I'm back to my usual busy schedule? My dog has perfect timing. The door opened because he just walked in, and Dude is now here. Look up, Dude. Right here. Say hi. That is Dude, my almost 100-pound lap dog, and he's come to help me with devotionals. He's always here. He just doesn't usually make an appearance. The beauty of this, the irony of this particular reading this morning is that Rob, my husband, is on block leave and has been since Monday. And what he doesn't understand, because it's been he understands, but he can't. He's having trouble relating because it's been a lot of years since he was in parish ministry and never in a pandemic, is that just because his block leave starts early in December, my time off doesn't until after we get everything through Christmas, and then I can sort of slow down a bit between Christmas and New Year's. But things have been really hectic this year with the pandemic and having to pre-record services and organize things and prepare them in ways I've never had before. And having him home has been great because he is my producer. He's the one who edits and produces the videos that show up for Sundays and those special services. But at the same time, he's around a lot and he has things he wants to talk about and things he wants to do. And I have to keep being the Grinch, telling him, no, I've got work I have to do. And just because I'm working from home doesn't mean I'm not working. So it's been interesting the last week trying to work with him home. But it also reminds me that it is so easy to get distracted by things rather than focusing on God. Because you see, I have a lot to do. There are a lot of things that have to be done, a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls, a lot of very specific preparation for the services that happen online and other things for the church that keep on humming. But in the midst of all this, because it's so different, because of the pandemic, and because I'm trying to learn these things as I go and do them in a congregation that I'm struggling to get to know yet because we can't meet face to face, it's really easy to do this work for God, but forget that it's for God. I am struggling sometimes to remember that the sermon I write or the liturgy I prepare or the phone calls I make or the prayers that I say, the letters that are being sent out, those are all God's work. And so it was good to be reminded. It was good to be reminded if God doesn't fit into my life when I'm on Christmas break or during Christmas and have all the time in the world, which I don't, but the point is that I'm doing all this work for God. If God doesn't fit into my life then, what makes me think that he'll fit into my life in a regular schedule? We're all like that. We all have so much to do, and this year it's so different. So we can't see family, we can't see friends, we can't do things. So we're busy buying Christmas presents and mailing them. dropping them off on doorsteps, making phone calls that we normally wouldn't make because, hey, on Christmas Day we'll all be together. We're having to rearrange our schedules and rearrange the way we think about this season and what we do in it. And that can be a real distraction from the very one that we're called upon to think about and reflect upon and ponder at this Advent and Christmas time. And so I invite you to take some time to intentionally sit down with God. Make yourself a cup of coffee or a tea or a hot cocoa, or maybe later in the day something a little stronger, and put your feet up, grab your Bible or your prayer book or a journal, and just share some time with God. Ask God, where if I haven't fit you into my life, God, where can you fit yourself? Because I have found from personal experience that God is very forgiving, very patient. And when I don't make time for God, God always makes time for me and makes ways for me to remember to bring myself back, to be present to God. So I invite you this day to take some time to be aware, whether this is a slower time for you or a busier time. Make sure you're intentional about God. So today, as I continue to work on things like getting ready for lessons and carols on Sunday and Christmas Eve next Thursday and Christmas Day on Friday, all of the things that are happening, the end of year things, all things I love to do, but all things I need to remember I do primarily because I love God, and I do them because God has asked me to do them. So as I do those things, and I sneak in a little bit of Christmas shopping and Christmas present wrapping when the spouse goes out the door for something else, I do hope that I will remember to look for God in those things, to recognize that God is in the down times, but God is most definitely in the busy times as well. And I hope you are able to find the same things as well. So God bless you. Have a wonderful day. If you go out into this beautiful sunshine, and you should, it's really cold, so wear, appropriate clothing, but get some fresh air, but wear your mask. We want everyone to be healthy this day, and we want everyone to be healthy this season, and we certainly want the new year to be one that brings with it both the vaccine and an end to this COVID-19 pandemic. So God bless you. Have a great day. Wear your mask, and I will see you on Sunday for our Lessons and Carol service. It'll be up and running by 9:30, and I'll be back for Church at Home on Monday morning. God bless everybody.